So when it comes to the UK, we're going through some pretty strange times. Because whether it's to do with the politicians, or whether it's to do with the migrants, either way, things are definitely getting weirder. So what I've done for you today is I've compiled a list of the worst articles that we've seen recently. I say worst, you can see that front one on screen. It's a story which nobody else covered. And as you'll see throughout the video, they just get worse and worse, they really do. But like I said, nobody else covered this one, and I thought this was hilarious. Because we got Rupert Lowe. He wants to know if there's ever been an assessment of the potential merits of introducing a public reporting scheme. Essentially, long story short, and as you can see by the subtitle up there, bounty hunter. That's basically what this situation is. You get a financial reward for a verified report. And I'll move on to the next story in a moment. But like I said, just the idea of like Dog the Bounty Hunter, just going around with a big net, just good TV. Can't deny it. That'd make some good TV. I'd watch it. 4K, +1, save it for later, rewatch it, 10 out of 10. Then we got this one here, which, again, it's coming from a member of parliament, and it's about as wild as the Rupert Lowe bounty hunter situation. Because Peter Bedford wants to know whether they've made an assessment of the potential merits of abolishing the Home Office. We've all thought about it, you know. We've all wanted to do it. Not like, you know, not in a criminal way. Calm down. We know Miss Abina Apong Asari won't like any criminality. But she says that there are no plans of this kind. Which I gotta say, I was quite sad to see that. You know, Peter, he's put himself on a platform here. And he's taken one for the team. But like very British Abina says, you know, there's just no plans. You know, we need the Home Office guys. They're doing such a good job. That's the thing. She should have put the benefits afterwards, but, you know, there's no plans, no benefits. No British people in Erith and Thamesmead by the looks of it. Oh, I'd forgotten about this one. Oh dear. Okay, let me give you some backstory. Long day at work. Just come home, walked through the door. I had 10 minutes before the school run. 10. So I'd gone from work to the school run. Happens most days. It's quite a juggle. But just as I was leaving my house to do the school run, I see a folded red envelope just posted through my letterbox. I'll give you the short version. I thought it was something from the postcode lottery. Then I thought it might have been one of those Royal Mail slips, you know, when you forget something and they leave you that red slip to just remind you. I thought it was one of those. And then I got closer and I thought it was like a birthday card or something like that. I mean, it's bright red. Then I opened it and I saw it was from the TV licensing. And they are legitimately sending out red letters just to scare people. It was a letter where they said that they're going to visit my house. You know, they've given me a year. Now they've given me 10 days. This was last month. Do you know what I mean? Now they're saying that they've got a visit scheduled. And I'm still not going to pay. I don't care. I don't care if they got a visit scheduled or not. They can email me, send me a letter. They can tell me all of the benefits of the BBC, but no, they can't really, can they? And I'll move on to the next story now. But to see a red envelope from the BBC. I used to work in finance. Well, I still do work in finance. Just not on the financial side of it. But if we were to send a red envelope to the customer, they'd probably get their loan written off. They honestly, they probably would. They'd contact the FCA and they'd say they're scaring me. And the FCA would say, nah, you know what? Write their loan off. Plus give them compensation, plus interest. Meanwhile, the BBC do it to me after I've had a long day. And it's like, nah, come on. But then, you know, whilst we're on the topic of insanity, how about this one for size? We've got Pakistan national cash transfers. You know, you might be looking for some cash transfers from the government. You know, a little bit of some of that money that you've paid in for your entire life. But no, apparently it just goes to Pakistan. Because it says that we are providing up to £300 million to the Benazir Income Support Programme. And I know what you're thinking as well, like, come on, high IQ person like yourself, clever, you're probably thinking the same as me. We got an income support program in the UK. Why are we paying for Pakistan's income support program? Banging my chair. And I was thinking the same thing, just like, why are we giving all of this money away? And, it's just what happens when we got a Labour government, I guess. But then we saw this one here, and again, they're just wasting our money. There's no two ways about it. They are just wasting our money. Because we got an invoice from a migrant hotel. And at this point in time, it was over a year ago. And we're just getting the invoice now. But you can see there, 170 guests for 7 nights cost £87,000. And that's what we're paying for as well. You imagine that? I know it's a cliche point to make, but it is still a point. We got British homeless people on British streets. We've got British people struggling to pay rent and mortgages. Meanwhile, Sudanese Steve, Libby and Larry, Kenyan Kevin, Mogadishu Mike, and on the very rare chance there's a female, we'll consider Sahara Susan in the mix as well. There's probably like one female migrant that's made the journey. That's it. But we'll call her Sahara Susan. We've got all of these people just getting hotel rooms for free. Not only that, right? VAT at 20%. So here's one for you. The government are going to spend £72,000 on a migrant hotel, and they're going to get £14,000 back in VAT, which is essentially cashback. It's a scam, innit? It really is. You imagine if every single transaction that you made, you got 20% cashback. It just kind of keeps the game going for them, doesn't it? It just means that they can spend without actually worrying about the consequences. Something that me and you have to do. But these guys, come on, they get expenses. They're used to this sort of stuff.
This country has gone crazy.